For West Ham, David Moyes was pretty much his usual self at his press conference. When he was asked if Bowen could be back in the 11 or the squad for Game Week 14, he said he had an injury. I'll pick up with the medical team or with him and see what they feel. Hopefully I'll have a better idea this afternoon. That was his general shtick in the press conference. They're just back from Serbia. And yeah, he was going with the line that he doesn't know whether or not fellas will be available or not. I mean, in terms of illness, which was obviously going around, he spoke about that too. And Kudus was definitely one player who missed out with illness on Thursday. I can see how he wouldn't know whether players who were carrying a bit of illness would be able to play on Sunday, but it seems highly unlikely that he doesn't have a pretty good idea whether or not Bowen is going to manage to at least make the squad for a Premier League game on Sunday. But yeah, he chose not to give out that info. I said last week it was easy enough to keep Bowen. Like, he had the money fixture away to Burnley. That's the one you really wanted him for, and especially if he had a decent bench, he was probably either going to play or not feature at all. I think that holds true for this weekend as well. But I think he's a lot easier to sell now. We're a week on. Moyes is still not really giving up anything. There are reports here and there that Bowen could be fit to face Palace. But yeah, I think if you have a free transfer and you don't have Mbumo, it's a pretty easy switch for Game Week 14 at this point. Yeah, I think, like I said it on Twitter during the week, but keeping for 13 made sense for Bowen, but selling for 14 makes a lot of sense as well. I guess there's a chance you get burned that he starts and returns, but like, even if he does start, I don't think there's any way he's playing 90 minutes. And they've got 3 games in the space of a week. He's just coming back from knee injury. You have to question how many minutes he's going to pick up in the next 3 game weeks, which are very, very close together. So yeah, again, with the kind of later deadline on Saturday, there might be some news that comes out regarding Bowen before that, but I wouldn't hold my breath either. And yeah, I mean, obviously, if you've already made transfers and it would take a hit to sell him and you have a decent bench player, I can see why you'd keep in that scenario. But I think for most people, he'll probably be a sell now. There are obviously lots of other options besides Mbumo too. It's just he's obviously the most popular with Luton at home on penalties. Brentford's attacking numbers are very good. I guess I am biased because I did buy Mbumo this week. I did not own Bowen at all though, so not biased in that regard. So yeah, that's what I think on Bowen for Game Week 14. And as I mentioned, Kudus, I have him in the predicted lineup, but wouldn't be that surprised if he missed out. Alvarez and Sofal were the other players that did not travel. They're also on the predicted 11. No word on their issues, but probably the illness thing as well. And yeah, the other spot of contention that predicted lineup is up front. If Bowen is fit, I guess he starts up front. Ings could start too. But Mbama did not play, though he started but didn't play the full game on Thursday, so I wouldn't be surprised if he got a start, and definitely one to keep on your watch list at 4.3 million.